Look.
Listen.
Welcome, Taylor. Welcome to the Look, Listen Cast. It's a Pokemon podcast. It's about Pokemon. It's about other things. It's episode 191. Now, here's the thing, Taylor.
191. Wow, I'm going to say that every time I'm on.
Here's the thing, Taylor. Are you listening?
Yes.
These Pokemon animators, these Horizon ladies and gentlemen, have decided they're going to take another 2-week vacation. So what does that mean for us? It means we're covering Pokétoons. What does that mean for everybody else? It means they don't care. Because I'll be honest, when we cover Pokétoons, it's just so I don't miss a week. Though, because nobody,
the key to progress.
Nobody cares about Pokétoons, but that's fine.
I do. The thing about Pokétoons, I like them more than the anime most of the time.
Most of them are great. This one, it's not terrible. It's not the best. We'll discuss. We'll discuss that we're going to do an Altaria Pokétoon. Actually, Taylor, right off the bat, why don't you go ahead and just tell us the name of this episode in English, please? This Pokétoon, please.
Sing, dance, Altaria.
Or in Japanese, Utao, Odoru, Chiru Tarisu. Now, here's the thing.
This is a good one. It's a musical.
It is a musical. I didn't know it was a musical. I was very surprised to find out this was a musical. It's like, they have a little song here and there. They got at the end, maybe a little K-pop Demon Hunters, a rip-off song. That's fine. That's nobody's complaining. I
heard that, and I was like, what if I adjust the speed? Let's see what it sounds like. And it's just the song.
Lost and found, Soldier Boys dongles. Hey, big news, everybody. We're not even in our first segment of the week, Geese of the Week. Oh, no Geese Peep this week. Big surprise.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe next week she'll be here.
Have you ever seen Geese and Taylor in the same room at the same time?
McDonald's has 2 new meals for you to eat. It's the Dartrix meal and the Sangha Boys. So they got 2 K-pop Demon Hunter meals, breakfast and lunch dinner. So
is one of them just a can of soda pop?
Soda pop.
Shawarma.
Taylor, before we get into the Pokétoon this week, we must go, of course, to our first segment of the week. That's right, it's Whatcha Been Geese and Peep of the week. Taylor, it finally happened. I got myself into a cramped, incredibly packed IMAX theater after weeks of trying. The IMAX projector breaking, flying in IMAX people from the skies to fix it. And I was supposed to talk about this last week. Sorry, people who listened to last week's episode. You've heard this before, but I don't think Taylor was here last week, so he's going to hear it for the first time.
It's true. I was in the desert.
I had all intentions of watching Project Hail Mary in the IMAX last week, and thank goodness I checked the internet. And it's so funny living in a place where there's literal dedicated news sites about your showings at your theater. And so the thing was the IMAX projector broke, so they were not playing the movie in 70mm IMAX the way nature intended because the projector broke. And
did it break because of the film? Was it too intense for theaters?
Man, must have been. So thank goodness I saw that, because I would have been so disappointed to travel all the way there just to find out, the 70mm IMAX is broken.
Just crying into your box combo.
Yeah, that is exactly the joke that Geese Peep was making. You and her both made Raising Cane's jokes. So thank goodness I saw that. I did delay seeing the film a week so I could see it as nature intended, as previously stated. But here's the problem, Taylor. Because you had all these people who bought all these tickets to showings that didn't work out, and now every time you want to see this movie, every seat is taken. So you don't have space for your popcorn. You don't have space for your backpack. I'll tell you that much, Taylor.
You can't put backpack under chair? Between legs? Like on an airplane?
That's so good. I did end up having to put it, but it's so gross down there. I don't like it. Anyway, the film. Let's discuss the film.
I'm seeing it tonight. I'm seeing it in 5 hours. So
I'm seeing Super Mario Galaxy movie tomorrow. So who's got eggs on whose face now?
I'm so embarrassed.
Project Hail Mary. Very well made film. And I really appreciate how this film was put together. Because you watch the ad for this, and I actually, just from watching the previews of this movie, I had zero interest in it. But the reviews are super high, and everybody's talking about 70mm IMAX. Looks so great. Like I told Taylor before, you gotta watch this at IMAX. It's so good in IMAX. I can't imagine watching it anything else. I do have an issue with this movie. Here's the issue I have with this movie. Ryan Gosling, who doesn't love Ryan Gosling? He's great. He's a good actor. He's funny. Everybody loves him. He's likable.
My favorite thing with Ryan Gosling and Scarlett Johansson is they could have very easily gone one route in their careers, and instead they were just like, how about I just do all the interesting movies?
Yes. So here's my only issue with Project Hail Mary. Too many jokes. It's a good movie, and it's fun to have some laughs in a movie. It's fun. It's fun to be having a good time. But the beginning of this movie, I thought, are you guys making a comedy? It's too often. The later you go on, it gets better. But in the beginning, they really needed to edit some of the silliness out, I think.
I saw the preview for it, and I thought to myself, I'm really into having a big sci-fi film in an IMAX movie. I love Ryan Gosling, as discussed, but the only concern I had was the same as every movie that I see now, where I'm like, oh, this looks like they're trying to be real funny.
Yeah, too many jokes. I have another big critique of it, but I guess I shouldn't say it because it would spoil for you.
I would prefer a movie market itself very sincerely and very seriously and have unexpected levity than market itself as another Avengers.
Well, I gotta say, the layout of the movie was much better than the ads made it appear. So shouts out to the movie for that. I don't think they should have done that, but you get the opposite sometimes. For instance, for that terrible, what was it? Was it a Captain America or a Hulk movie? It was a real bad one. It was the one with the red Hulk in it. It was just a bad Marvel movie.
Brave New World. I didn't even see that.
You don't need to.
I couldn't even make it through one of the previews.
They made one good preview of it where I went, wow, this may be real sick. And the movie wasn't good. Man. I'm trying to think of how I can.
What a big compliment for whoever did the previews.
Yeah, that one specific one. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can give you the critique I have without it spoiling anything for you. Just
spoilers.
When something is trying to end, or it's like there's too many endings, or I don't.
Oh, there's several different times, like a Lord of the Rings situation.
And they tease things, and they tease things too much, and then it's just at the point you just get sick of it. You're like, yeah, you've done this before. You've done it like 5 times. You're not. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, still a great movie, still a good time. I enjoyed it. I'd recommend the movie. It's worth seeing, especially if you have AMC A-list and live near an IMAX theater.
I don't, but I am seeing it at an Edwards IMAX, so I have some hope that it is the 70 millimeter showing.
You should check. The other thing I watched this week, because Taylor and I were watching so much Larry Sanders Show, and I just want more Larry Sanders, but I can't watch that without Taylor. I still need my fix. So I've started watching the documentary, The Zen Diaries of Gary Schandling. And Taylor, you cannot watch this because there are definitely Larry Sanders spoilers in it. So sorry, you're going to have to wait.
I actually think we had the perfect time to stop that show because the ending is the first time I've seen real consequence in the show.
Yeah.
And that's very sick. And so that gives me several months to wonder, like, is it going to break its meta? Are we moving out of the format of the show for the past 2 seasons? I'm very excited.
Did we watch 2 or 3 seasons?
I think we watched 2 seasons.
Okay. And there's 6 seasons? Something? I don't know. There's so much I did not know about this man, Gary Schandling. So it's a very interesting documentary. So I'm not telling you anything though, girls, because it would shape how you watch that show so differently. So you don't get any info from me. It's I didn't know Judd Apatow was
Potomac.
Yeah, was super involved with Gary Schandling through a lot of stuff, through a lot of these projects, and he met him when he was a kid or whatever, younger. But yeah, Judd Apatow made the documentary. It's very long. That's not normally something I would complain about, but there's been multiple times when I thought, oh, I'm going to watch an episode of this documentary. And the episode's 2.5 hours long. And
that's a bit long.
I look at how much time I have left in the day or how much time I have until I have to go to work or something. And I go, I just can't. It's not possible to watch. So
yeah, it's a little. They need to break those down a bit more.
But it's great. It's very interesting. And that concludes my Geese of the Week, what I've been peeping. Taylor, it is your turn to take it away.
just got back from the desert, did a nice little water polo tournament in Phoenix. It was 100 degrees, and I drank minimum 2 gallons of water per day. I was having liquid IVs. I'm still so dehydrated. I feel so like my lips are dry. It's just too much. 3 days in the desert playing water polo in a pool it's too much.
Don't do it.
Please don't do it. Now, I had one of the sickest experiences of my entire life. Orb on the Movements of Earth has been my plane show for a little while. It's an anime. It's a 1-season anime, 25 episodes about the spread of heliocentrism. It's incredibly good. One of the only shows that I have watched. I watched every single intro. It's everybody go watch it. Just go watch it. It is incredible. The character arcs are incredible. The way they deal with time and passing of knowledge is incredible. The last few episodes are incredibly divisive, and boy, do I understand why. But the sickest thing, I'm still in a little bit of disbelief, like I might have hallucinated this from dehydration. I'm seeing the final credits of the entire show go on.
And he's hallucinating something in the room.
As the thing Orb on the Movements of Earth and pops up, plane wheels touch the ground.
Oh my god.
It's so sick. And there's like an image of the Earth spinning, because that's like the whole show is all about the place of the Earth in the cosmos.
Wow.
But I've never had timing like that. The exact second the word end popped up, I landed in a plane that flew between 2 points on Earth, which is spinning, and changed time zones. And it's just so sick.
That happened to me with a movie once. I don't remember what movie, but I know the feeling, and it is sick.
It was just so appropriate for this. Like the idea of changing your location between time zones and it being thematically relevant to what you're watching is very, very, very cool. Like if you wrote that in a movie, someone would be like, oh, that's a pretty hefty coincidence.
Yeah, they'd say, that's not realistic. And Taylor would take off his sunglasses and say, oh, really?
What if I told you based on a true story?
And then you tell the man, have I talked to you about Donkey Kong Bananza?
Because I had the exact same issue that I did when you digitally lent me Metroid Prime Remastered. And I just didn't play it for a week.
No, my God.
And then I started playing it on TV, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is a good reason to have a Switch. A Switch 2. It's great. It's a very good game. Very fun. Very good in handheld mode, because there aren't a lot of dark scenes like Octopath Traveler 0. It's just nonstop bright scenes. It's fun. The pacing is good. You get bananas all the time. You don't feel like your combat is wasting time. You keep collecting gold. You're just constantly clapping your hands to collect everything. Get progress updates. Story's really well paced. There's a...
Guncan can play with you if she wants.
Oh.
She can be Pauline. She can be Pauline.
Oh, I didn't know that was a
collect materials and yell at, and create platforms and yell at things. It's fun.
I love materia. And I finished, there is one level that's kind of split into two. I finished one half of that level, and I'm like 2/3 of the way done with the other level. How much time do I have left in the game?
It's a big game. Are you 100%ing it like me? Which you should?
I don't think I can.
Oh my God. Well, you can speed run the game incredibly fast. So,
but it's a very good game. If you want a modern take on a Banjo-Kazooie type thing, just a bunch of collections, but they added more RPG elements, and it's like they very successfully, which was the only skepticism I had going into it, they very successfully modernized that formula of the collectathon action puzzle platformer
by destroying everything. That environments being completely destructible is crazy.
The fun thing, did you ever play Deep Rock Galactic?
No, but to answer your question, main story is 19 hours, main plus sides is 30 hours, completionist is 49 hours.
Oh, okay.
Says howlongtobeat.com. Shouts out.
But yeah, this is incredibly similar to Deep Rock Galactic as far as effectively mining. You're going through to get collectibles using your little sonar. Deep Rock Galactic is a multiplayer game where mining is the central gameplay mechanic, but you have little ancillary objectives, setting up oil derricks, stuff like that.
And the music is great. We're always singing, ooh, zebra, zebra, zebra. Everybody loves that song.
What a
And
good song. I like the original one a little bit better just because of the vocals in it. But zebra, I was telling you earlier, is the most appropriate for the animal.
So
Ostrich, I'm sorry.
Nobody cares about the other songs. So. But zebra, that's my boy. Good song. Taylor, does that conclude your Geese of the Week? What you been, Peep?
It does.
Wow, that's crazy. You didn't play a single game. You're telling me you didn't beat Fire Red and Leaf Green like me and catch 2 shinies. And you know what? I realized I've never discussed. So this is like a 2-month-old Geese of the Week. I played Virtual Boy. I finally got my.
Oh, you didn't even mention that?
Boy, what do you want? Wario Land's good. I played it for 3 minutes. And the funniest part about all of it is the amount of emotional turmoil I went through after the initial package was stolen. And then I had to fight with Nintendo and UPS for so long to get a replacement.
So you literally spent more time chasing down...
like 1,000-fold, yes.
You ran after a UPS truck longer than you played it?
Yeah. But it looks great.
It does, I agree.
And that does truly conclude our Geese of the Week, What We've Been Peeps. It is Taylor, are you prepared for
We've been doing 191 times, and you said, are you prepared for And I started to go, in English.
Poké-news of the Week. This is probably the worst Poké-news of the week I've ever seen in my life.
No. Wait, they're canceling Pokemon?
I got 2. Yeah, Pokemon's done. I got 2 pieces of news for you. Neither are that exciting. Maybe they won't even be applicable for you by the time you hear this. The first piece of Pokemon news from Cerebi, it has been confirmed that Mimikyu will start spawning in Pokemon Go at midnight on April 1st, 2026.
You telling me you don't like Mimikyu?
No, Mimikyu's great. In battle, it will change to busted form with the defense drop after being hit by 1 charge attack and taking no damage. Makes sense? And in the final piece of Pokemon news this week, a new Pokopia official Cloud Island has been announced. IKEA Island! A special collaboration between Pokemon Pokopia and IKEA for IKEA's 20th anniversary in Japan. Runs from tomorrow, April 1st, 2026.
Have you been playing more of that?
Just that... I play like 10 minutes. It's not bad at all. It's a wonderful game. It's just... that genre of game is so difficult for me to get. I did play I played a lot of Animal Crossing when it came out in 2020, but so because I have these giant games, like I just completely beat Leaf Green, Fire Red, right? There's these games and I have in my head, okay, if I'm going to play a game, I'm going to get through it and beat it. And that's just not what Pokopia is. I mean, you can beat the game, you can get credits and everything. But since it's a quote-unquote cozy game, the idea is that's such a commitment of time.
Yeah.
And it is good. It's just every single time I play it, I look at the clock and I go, oh, I have something I need to do. And I turn it off. And then last night I was going to play it, but then I thought, it's hard for me to get in the mood to play that genre of game. So to answer your question, like 10 minutes.
It's tough.
But maybe when Geese Peep starts playing it, I'll be more inclined to like play because you can go on each other's islands and help each other build, and one person can like destroy something while the other does something to terraform, and it just makes everything fast and fun, and we'll see. Taylor, it is time to discuss an episode of Pokétoons. That's right, an episode of Pokétoons. Once again, for everybody in the back, maybe they skipped ahead. Can you please tell us the name of this episode in English?
Sing, dance, Altaria.
Or in Japanese, Utao, Odoru, Chilutaris. Taylor, we're going to open on a bright, sunny morning in a forest. We got dewdrops on the leaves. We see a swablu. We see a citrus berry.
I already love this episode because
it's very beautifully animated. I'll give it that.
Oh, the animation is so good. It's just so good. Even though it's not the same, there's no frenetic energy, which is what I normally like. This is just a well-done anime.
Hang on. There's some frenetic energy. I don't know how I feel about the 3D they use, but the 2D is great.
That's all. I watched a few episodes of Trigun Stampede, and I think that's definitely the future of anime. As clearly as I've seen it.
Did you watch the Dragon Ball Super movie with me that was all in 3D? That wasn't bad.
Dragon Ball Battle of Gods?
No, way after that one.
Oh, I probably haven't seen it then.
Okay, so the citrus berry falls on the ground. We see a Houndour start to approach it, and then there's a Panpour standing on a tree limb. He starts yelling at the Houndour over the berry. They start growling. They start fighting. But luckily, Swablu swoops in to smooth things over. Incredible animation. Just, wow. I mean, honestly, when you got a whole studio and all they're focusing on is this 10-minute animation, and they have all the time in the world, turns out, Taylor, you can make something that looks nice. So eventually, Swablu starts singing to try to calm down these Pokemon. Now, my issue with this Pokétoon is that all of these Pokemon just sound like human beings trying to make little animal noises. Not animal-like enough. And I mean...
The humming.
It's a funny critique to have, a funny criticism to have, I suppose, because in Horizons, in the Ash anime, there's nothing animal-like at all about going Pikachu, Pikachu, Charmander, Char. But still, for some reason, that's more believable's the wrong word. It's easier to deal with than this one, where
more palatable.
I picture the voice actor of Swablu, and it bothers me a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. The humming is great, though. I thought it worked really well.
Wonderful news, Taylor. Swablu has saved the day. The Pokemon all stopped fighting. Citrus berries for everyone, honestly. And I gotta tell you, this is the most beautiful forest in the entire world. I have no idea why Swablu would ever leave, because it looks great.
It's almost like the palette is like a Winnie the Pooh.
It's so good. But maybe Swablu's got big city dreams. I don't know if this Swablu's a boy or a girl. I keep wanting to say she, but maybe it's a boy. I don't know. A little bow tie. Spoilers.
Who knows?
Spoilers.
How to get the bow tie? Great question.
Well, we'll find out. So
will we?
We will find out. So Swablu, what?
Will we?
Whoa. Swablu plays with some Baneri. We see a swamp, and out of nowhere, Taylor, a very fashionable trainer with an Audino approaches. She gives Swablu a little bow tie, and more importantly, in the bow tie, there seems to be a little round stone, a little gem, perhaps. What could this be, Taylor? I don't know.
Who knows? I don't either.
It's a cute little accessory. If Geese Peep were here, she would be saying, how cute. If there's an episode of Pokemon and it's cute, we got to make sure she's not here. So that way she can be jealous.
Statistically, gonna be easy.
Very easy. It's time to cut tonight, Taylor. We see Swablu sleeping in a field with a flock of Mareep, all their fluffy wool, keeping everybody warm, all of Swablu's fluffy feathers. So we jump forward in time a lot in this little Pokétoon. I think over the course of the entire thing, it's over 3 years. But clearly we're just going through the seasons right now, because it was super sunny before, and then we see Swablu on top of a really snowy tree, and then some spring flowers later. And then we get a nice scene of Swablu singing for all the Pokemon we've met so far with its little bow tie. Now, all the Pokemon in the forest adore Swablu, and they're all saying in Pokemon language, wow, Swablu, you're so impressive. Maybe you should fly to the city to become a big-time musician. And so Swablu, one night at sunset, flies off to the big city, and we see some buildings, we see a big sports arena type thing. I don't know what city this is, if it's just a fictional city, if it's a city in the canon. If I had to guess what region they were in, I would probably say Kalos, just because there's a lot of collusion Pokemon, but we're not certain.
Love collusions.
So then we see Swablu, Taylor, singing at the fountain in the city square, but all the humans are ignoring it. Sad day.
So sad.
We cut to the next day. Maybe. It's certainly morning. We see a poster up behind some glass in like a store. And my God, Taylor, who is that in that poster? Is that the woman we met before that gave Swablu its little bow tie? Is that Renee, the famous singer with her Audino, Taylor?
Did I think she was a villain for the first 9 minutes out of this 11-minute anime?
She's not. She's just a celebrity.
Don't make yourself look like a villain, and don't do ominous things like bestowing gifts to children and walking away. And don't sit in a sky cabin above a stage with your arms outstretched.
And then we see, Taylor, a little girl look up at the poster. If I had to guess, if I had to just throw a number out, I'd say she's 12 years old. Then we get some more. She's amazed by the poster. By the way.
It's a good guess.
She goes, wow, what a sick poster. What a cool musician. I wish I could be cool and sick like that and be a big famous singer and dancer. Wow.
A lot of me, I mean, obviously this was going to be, it's a musical Pokétoon. It's about her joining a dancing and American Idol competition.
Yeah. Britain's Got Talent.
I wanted her to just be really obsessed with marketing and posters. And I wanted her to start a Pokemon poster company.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing's about. So we get some more 3D. Yes, 3D. Everybody loves it. Well, some people love it. The girl, her name is Kana, I believe, right? Is that her name? No, let me scroll down.
Or Katakana.
It's probably Kana. That'd be funny if it's not. That'd be funny if this whole episode I just call her Kana and that's not her name. Write in looklistencast@gmail.com. Her name Kana? I think so. Kana runs off to a little seating area for a cafe. We got a nice, fun sign for the cafe. It's a gourmet Slurpuff. We see a Fennekin. There's another Mareep, a Cleffa, a Aromatisse in the background. Okay. Here is what we learned, Taylor. So get your pen and paper. Get the whiteboard out.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what we know.
Yes.
We see a food truck, a pâtisserie food truck woman serving an additional woman who is old and her Clefairy. That's the scene we see. Here's the information we learn. Kana
Yes.
is also a singer. As a matter of fact, she's singing tonight because when she turns 15, she's joining the Grand Prix Challenge, which, of course, as we mentioned before, is like Carlos Got Talent. All the girlies sing and dance, and maybe you win a prize and get to be famous or something.
Yeah. American Idol.
Yes. It is at this point.
Cantonian Idol. Colossian Idol.
Jotonian Isle. It is at this point I say to myself, oh, this is a musical because Kana's running around singing and dancing and we got a song playing.
And it's a good song.
Spritzy loves it. Spritzy losing her mind over this song. So shouts out, Kana, you must be doing a good job if Spritzy loves it. We get a full, I mean, you name it, Taylor. This girl can do anything during her musical number. She saves a stuck Dedenne in a tree. She puts a couple together. They got a Bunnelby. She gets all the pokes dancing.
Dedenne is so cute. I was staring at that Bunnelby for such a long time trying to figure out if it was shiny, and then I realized there's no way it was shiny.
No, it wouldn't be shiny. They make a bigger deal.
I think with how often we're seeing shiny Pokemon in the anime and in Pokemon Go nowadays, I just expect them constantly.
Yeah, just shiny every which way. And then, Taylor, a younger girl, in the middle of Kana's performance, asks, hey, Kana, who's your partner Pokemon? And Kana says, I don't know. I've been looking for one. Wait a minute. What about that adorable little Swablu with the bow tie sitting on the table at the cafe singing a song?
It's so funny because if no one asked her who her partner Pokemon was, she just never get one. She just singing to herself all the time. Becomes an idol.
So Kana sprints over to Swablu. Swablu immediately terrified and screams. Not too sure about this whole situation. Gets very nervous. And then Kana says, Swablu, you got nothing to worry about. Look how nice and friendly and smiling everybody is. They love us. You can do it.
Yeah.
I heard
Become
you
my partner.
So Swablu sings and agrees. Kana says, Swablu, please, I'm begging you, please be my partner Pokemon. And Swablu says, sure. Smash cut 3 years later. It's Kana's 15th birthday. The robots have taken over.
It was so funny having her announce that it was her third, fourth.
15 big ones?
Yeah, it was her birthday.
Yeah, you got to be 15 years old before you can compete in the Grand Prix is the thing. So the day has finally arrived, and this is an adorable little scene. I love this attention to detail in these Pokétoons. So you got to send off a little letter, your little application for the Grand Prix. Kana goes with Swablu over to the Spearow mailbox, drops her letter in, envelope's adorable, has a picture of the Swablu on it, little musical notes, wonderful. Great. Nothing to complain about here.
Fantastic.
Okay, guys. We gotta practice singing and dancing every day for the Grand Prix if we want to stand any chance of winning. So let's get a montage going.
Let's do it.
Let's train. Let's eat cake at a cafe until finally the day arrives. Ooh, it's in the big sports arena we saw when Swablu, on that fateful day, flew into the city at sunset. The character from before who gave the bow tie with the little stone in it is announcing she's the big host of the Grand Prix. She says, welcome. She says, welcome to the Twinkle Grand Prix. It's time to find a star. And then we cut to her backstage with a picture. She's got a picture, a photo, a Polaroid of her giving the bow tie to Swablu, and Swablu is circled. I'm so confused by this. Who took the pic? Was it Perrin from Horizons?
Sure.
Why does she have secret spies hanging out
the real question that I'm wondering is, was this charity all just publicity?
This charity?
Yeah. Her giving out the bow tie. Was she like, oh, I'm in the forest giving out accessories?
Yeah, I am so confused. Is it an inside? So is this a Nepo baby Swablu where she set up that this Swablu is going to be the one?
That's a good question.
Well, no, Swablu earned it. Swablu was just a little Pokemon in a forest singing well.
Yeah.
It's a little confusing.
This is the classic rags to riches to photo op story.
Like I said, this isn't my favorite Pokétoon. It's not a bad Pokétoon, but the plot is a little confusing. Maybe makes sense in Japanese.
Shockingly, a Pokétoon plot does not hold up to heavy scrutiny.
Well, we cut to Swablu on a playground. What's going on? How did Swablu get separated from Kana? It's getting cloudy. It's getting gloomy. Everybody's scared. Kana's terrified. Swablu flies all the way up to a clock tower and rests on the hour hand. And it stares at itself in the mirror, Taylor. I think perhaps it's feeling that it's not up for the task of winning the Grand Prix. Maybe it just needs to believe in itself, Taylor. Perhaps.
Power of friendship.
It starts to pump itself up. It remembers all the training and all the time it spent with Kana. So with this in mind, it flies off and evolves into Altaria.
Now, this was kind of interesting to me, because I don't think we've ever seen a Pokemon evolve outside of its trainer's view. It seemed like this is the most decision-based evolution I think I've ever seen.
It's so full of Pokemon in the anime, and I guess Pokétoons, they'll often evolve via emotion. So it's just getting so pumped up and wants to do a good job, so it evolves out of that desire. So, Altaria immediately starts singing all over the place. Helioptile can't believe it. I don't know if you looked at the look on Helioptile's face, but that Pokemon, he's impressed with this.
Very excited.
Altaria flies up to Kana. Kana hugs Altaria, compliments it, says, wow, you look so cute. Look at this long neck you got. Wow, Altaria, I'm so glad you evolved. You did great.
It was very funny that Kana's first statement about this was, oh, you evolved. You've got such a long neck.
In Kana's defense, it is a long neck compared to Swablu. One of the first things I would notice. I'm with her. Then out of nowhere, Renee walks up. You know, the big famous celebrity.
Villain.
But Taylor, here's the thing. She's got on an incognito little cap and sunglasses, so nobody would ever recognize her. She walks up to Kana. Renee says, wow, you have a perfect partner. And for that reason, I'm going to give you this mysterious locket that suspiciously looks like a mega keystone that trainers need to mega evolve their Pokemon.
I'm just saying, if somebody walked up to me completely enshrouded in dark identity sealing clothing or identity obscuring clothing and handed me an object and then walked away, alarms are going off in my head.
I'm seeing what you're saying. I just can't get into that mindset because I know, of course, that's Renee, world-renowned celebrity that's never done anything wrong.
Can't fake ignorance.
That's true. It's exactly. All right, then Renee leaves. She goes back to her special observation deck in the big Grand Prix with Audino, and she tells Audino all about her hunch that Altaria is going to be the winner. And she's known it since 3 years ago when she gave her a spoilers on her little bow tie. Her? Who knows? Oh my God, Taylor, the spoilers have arrived. Kana, Altaria, they walk into the arena. Both of their little stones, the little locket and the bow tie, start to sparkle. My God, there's no way on earth that's not an Altaria night to Mega Evolve Mega Altaria. Now, jumping ahead, spoilers. This episode was funny to me because there's so many games like this to me. You're probably not even going to know what I'm talking about, but I like the fact that Altaria Mega evolves within minutes of becoming Altaria, because I don't know how many games have been like that in RPGs I've played where I just need to get to a specific point, and then the second it gets to that point, okay, now we add everything and you're super powerful. So there's no middle ground.
Yeah.
It's very specific, but anyway.
I know what you're talking about. It's just very bad pacing.
It's time to sing. It's time to dance. We got Kana and Altaria. Lost and found. Do. What a great performance. There's only one thing I think that could make this performance better, Taylor, and that's if our stones started to glow and Altaria Mega Evolve. Oh,
that'd be too crazy. You can't have an evolution and a Mega Evolution in the same day.
You have to have Mega Evolution same day. That's what I do every RPG, I'm telling you. The second I unlock the one good thing I need, we're dumping in all the stat points. I swear to good, like, I don't know how many times it's happened. Like a Diablo situation, you get the one thing you've been waiting for, and you've been holding all your skill points. Like a Ghost of Yote situation, I've been waiting for this one move to unlock, so I can dump all my skill points into it. It happens every time, and that's the same thing with Altaria. Now, here's what I got to say, Taylor. Pokemon animators probably think that Mega Evolution is the sickest mechanic in the world because it just lets them Sailor Moon and Power Rangers transform every episode instead of once in a blue moon. So, there you go. Like a Digimon over there. Oh my God. The audience can't believe
Super
it.
Saiyans. Didn't realize I was muted.
Super Saiyans as well, yes. The audience can't believe it, Taylor. All the Pokemon from before are here in the audience with their little Hatsune Miku little glow sticks. Everybody's loving it. I can't believe Mega Altaria is on stage. She's dancing. She's singing. They've never seen anything this impressive in their entire lives. My God, they love it.
Good for her, because there's no way I could just jump onto a stage by myself and start singing and dancing.
Yeah, you need a Mega Altaria. And I guess they win the competition, because after that, it just ends, and they cut to Kana and Altaria walking along the water, laughing and playing, talking. And then Kana says, man, Altaria, you know what we got to do now? We got to use one of your moves and make it look like a fireworks display. And then it's time for credits. And the episode's over.
We did it.
And in the credits, we see little images of Kana training with some other dancers. There's a Dragonair, a Gudra, another Baniri. And we do indeed see that they pulled it off. They did the big fireworks spectacular. She got a Rotom phone to set to auto take a picture. And, also, Taylor, we see how the Wheel of Fate keeps turning. Rebel 1 action. There's another little performer looking up at a poster. And guess who's on that poster, Taylor? Not Renee, but Kana and Altaria. And now the new little girl getting inspired. And then... And so now the new little girl with her Dedenne, they're going to be the next generation as Renee and Audino walk by. Wow. Can you believe it? You know, Taylor, it's time for us to discuss this episode. Give it a score. Most of the time when I talk through an episode, I find more things in the discussion of it. I find more things I like about it, and I end up having a higher opinion of it.
Yeah.
Like I give it a higher score. Going through talking about the episode, this Pokétoon right now, I actually think less of it.
100% yes, because that removes the good, powerful element that was making us think highly of it, which is the music.
You know, that's this was a terrible idea for a podcast, because The worst part about this is just the plot of it. The plot is whatever. The art and the music is what you need. So honestly, if you could just forget everything we just said, that's your best bet, and just watch it. Because I'm gonna try to be objective here. I'm gonna let's make this clear. Plot, nice, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
Music, art, very good.
Sick.
Cute. Not the best. I'm probably, because like we mentioned this multiple times, the scores I give are based off of comparing it to the others.
Oh.
So an episode of Horizons is going to be judged and scored against other episodes of Horizons. This is going to be judged and scored against other Pokétoons. This is probably in the low 7s. It's not super boring, but I think a lot more emotionally out of, and even cute wise, out of more episodes. So maybe like a 7.2 maybe.
I mean, it's fine. It's a little musical episode, and I wish that the whole thing had just been a whole bunch of different songs instead of having 2 songs. This is much more fun to experience than to talk about.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about, actually. Just maybe you like the song, maybe you don't.
Little girl gets Swablu. A few years later, they do a dance competition, and cut.
Way to go, Horizons animators. You made me talk about that. Jeez Louise. Taylor, what's your score?
Because of... See, I don't necessarily want to compare this to other Pokétoons because they're just so different. This is such a little bitty... It's not a story. It's more of a vibe. I'm going to give this a nice little 8 on the nose.
There's a lot of Pokétoons that are just a vibe, honestly.
This one is just like the music is really fun. It's a nice, simple story, and I like that. Not everything needs to be... Oh, wow, can you believe the journey?
It's not bad. They really, when Legends ZA was coming out, they really went to a lot of animation teams and said, we need a Mega Evolution right now. Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Altaria, Mega whoever was that third one we watched.
Was Altaria a Z? Altaria wasn't a ZA.
No. But it doesn't matter if it's new or not. The focus of ZA was all about all the Mega Evolutions.
Right. Okay, right.
Taylor, before we move on to the wrap-up, it is time for us to answer a question. Would you like to read this week's question from Mario U, please? With the subject line, Pokemon Podcast question, which is to the point and helpful.
Since there hasn't been a theatrical movie from Pokemon Horizons, what would be your idea for a movie plot if they ever made one based on where the series is now?
I'll tell you, Taylor. Thank you, Mario, for the question. And Geese Peep's trying to steal my answer, so thank goodness she's not here. She'll try to lie and say that she came up with this first, even though this is my idea. It would have to be Miraidon and Koraidon, because they haven't touched them in the anime. So you end on those two, and then the end of the movie is, oh my God, a professor from this Southeast Asia region is calling. We need all of you to show up. And also we get like a new Pokemon from Winds and Waves show up. Mm-hmm. That'd be super sick. That's how you'd want to do it. A big giant battle, save the world, Koraidon, Miraidon, and you meet all of, let's call him his Japanese name, Pepper Arvin in English.
I would love one of two things. I either want something with a Methio being the main character, talking about going on like a little side mission with his little henchman. Or I'd like something where all of the characters are sort of bequeathing their role in the Volt Tacklers and trying to grow the organization, so they're cultivating the next generation of Pokemon explorers.
Rising Tacklers, not explorers.
Oh God, I would never.
Well, that's what you just said.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I forgot that we do have a bunch of characters, don't we? That are born. Maybe you somehow shoehorn Spinal into... Spinal goes, oh my God, I can go back and forth in time and get Koraidon and Miraidon to do something. And then we meet the professors from Scarlet and Violet.
We get to see Butler Hamburgers and Grandma Applegate.
Back in time.
Yeah.
When they were pros. Yeah, that'd be sick. That's a lot to put in one movie.
You could easily do time traveling, and multiverse stuff is so in vogue right now. You could do that easily.
But they've done that a million times at Pokemon movies. Celebi did that, and we met Professor Oak when he was a kid.
Well, never mind.
20-something years ago.
Or maybe that's just how all the Pokemon movies go now.
So yeah, show Koraidon, show Miraidon. Maybe try to shoehorn the plot of the games. I don't know, but what we need most of all, some winds and waves, please. You can introduce, oh, I'm an idiot. Scratch, much like I said earlier, forget everything you heard me say about the podcast. Forget my entire answer, because I have a new answer, Taylor. The movie should be introducing the new protagonist. It's a handshake. It's
that's what I was
Roy.
saying.
Yeah, exactly what Michael said. That's right.
Yeah.
Bequeathing
to the next generation.
Exactly. Liko.Roy Old shaking hands with these Southeast Asian gentlemen and ladies and saying, look at how much fun winds and waves. Also, Karada Marai on here. And
although I was really thinking, I was really thinking about it. They have invested so much into these characters, and I feel like they're just going to keep it going for winds and waves. Like they're just going to go to a new region.
No comment. I've seen all the leaks. Okay.
Darn it.
Taylor, was there anything else any other ideas you had for Mario's question? Thank you, Mario. Before we move on to the wrap up.
I mean, the like I said, the most sensible thing is that the film ends their roles, and I guess we have had them in so many.
Yeah, they should end the series with a movie. That'd be a nice thing to do. That would be a nice thing to do
instead of the normal standalone.
Now, Geese Peep is not here. She'll answer the question next week. We'll ask her. It is time now, Taylor. What are we gonna cover next week? I have no idea. Yes. I got to get an episode out next Friday. I'm going to be looking. So, because there's no Pokemon Horizons. They're taking another 2-week vacation, as mentioned at the top. And I'll figure out something. Hopefully it's something you like to watch, listener.
Sure.
Listen.
Yeah, probably.
Taylor, it is now time for the wrap-up. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We are the Look, Listen, Cast Girls on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Please leave a like. Please leave a little comment and subscribe and send it to your friends and family who like Pokemon and other things. Thank you to Keith for our artwork. That's twitch.tv/KeithSquared. Taylor, take it away.
Thank you, Professor Ticklebits, for the website and the boilerplate.
Twitch.tv/prof_ticklebeats. Much like Mario you did, you can send us a question, comment, concern. That is looklistencast@gmail.com, or leave a comment. I'll probably see it, right? Although YouTube sometimes will not tell me if there's comments, and that's annoying. So you can email. That's fine.
Sick.
That's good. All right, Taylor, we're going to say goodbye maximum of 3 times. And yeah, hopefully next week is something fun to discuss.
It'll be a great week. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Maybe Geese People will be there. I didn't hear you say goodbye 3 times. So
goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. 1.
Goodbye.
Goodbye 2.
Goodbye.
Or goodbye. Yep.
Man.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Peep. Thank you for listening to the Geese Peep Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company.